Hello, welcome back to Bournemouth RC. Now tonight it's just going to be a little bit of an update video, plus a little bit of a garden bash and a bit of a road test of the new truck. I have got a new truck to the channel now. This was courtesy of Lee at Custom RC Upgrades. He sold me his Tekno. I couldn't find one anywhere, but Lee had one and he did let it go to me. So massive thank you to Lee at Custom RC Upgrades. It's quite hard to get hold of these Teknos at the moment. So it was really nice to actually get this one, and this one has got loads and loads of upgraded parts. So I'll run through it quickly. It's the EB48.4. It has some 2.8 trenches on the wheels. I will be using it more of a basher than a racer. I do have some race and buggy wheels, so if I ever take it to the track, I have got that. So it's the EB48.4. It has a lot of upgraded parts already. It's got the Savox servo in it. In there, it's got the carbon fibre servo mount. It's got the Max 8 combo with the air racing fans. It's got the M2C centre brace, rear brace, M2C diffs all the way through. There is one more upgrade needed, which is the M2C rear tower brace there, which Adrian at Bad Touch Breakers is going to get for me. So that's really good. So that's the last really upgrade it needs. The rest of it's all done. So really pleased with this. It's got a bigger wing on it, which is nice. So loads of upgrades. As I say, all the diffs are the M2C upgrade ones. Really, really nice. So can't wait to get out and use it. So what I'll do is whilst we're in lockdown, managed to have a bit of a sort out of the man cave. So I'll show you around that. Some people are asking about the tools and stuff I use, so I'll show you them. And then we'll get out in the garden, do a bit of a bash and just test this on the road as well. So here's a little bit of a tour of man cave. I've got my toolbox there, always handy. Obviously my workbench here, currently with the Tekno on, we'll give that a blast in a second. I'm going to chuck the 6S battery into that. I've got all my tools and all my sort of quick grab stuff up here that I need. I use the cheaper titanium drivers at the moment. I will probably get MIP in the future, but at the moment I haven't. I've just got the cheaper ones. I've got a couple of sets of them and they seem to have done me okay so far. I think there's a little bit of hit and miss with them. I have got some smaller drivers as well. They go into the impact gun. I don't use that all the time, just really when I want to speed things up a little bit and I know I'm not going to strip any bolts. So I'll use that, and maybe to do things up just not too tight. I got the Dremel here, or enough of just a cheaper version of the Dremel. Always really, really handy. Got lots of different bits in that. That is really a must for an RC car. Along here, obviously, I got a box of spare parts there. Just loads of different spare parts in there. Mostly for the Kratom. A couple of my controllers. Obviously with a selfie stick on the bottom, ready to go and do some recording in a minute. That's where I charge my LIPOs. Up here, I got the Outcast, currently with a Kratom shell on it. The Outcast shell is pretty much destroyed. Courtesy of my wife, actually. That's the one chance I let her have a go at the car, and then she did that. She broke the Outcast shell, but it's all fine. I'm not going to get enough Outcast shell because that won't actually stay an Outcast for that long. When I next do a build, it's going to be using that, but it's going to be enough a bit of a hybrid build again. There's the Crahave ready to go. Tested it out in the garden. Gets a little bit hot, but out on a dog walk is absolutely fine. So I can't wait to get that out can't wait to get that out properly. I've got a couple of 4S batteries on the way, so I can test it on 8S. Space for the Tekno. Up there, we got Ollie's little car in the corner there, the gift card to the channel. The Quantum Vandal, which is the FTX Vantage that he uses. An old Turner G2 wheel drive short course truck. Actually a brilliant little truck for the money. We've had that years now. Still runs, but it's good. And then just a friend's car, one of the WR toys I've just fixed for him. And then loads of box of bits and all sorts up there, so I can just grab parts if I need to. So that's it. That's the man cave really. Just a little bag I take out with me when I go bashing, and all my screws and stuff like that I use for the builds. So that's it. Let's take this thing out and give it a blast. Okay, so we're out ready to go. We've got the 6S battery in there. It is a little bit too big, but I'm waiting for my new ones to arrive. We've got slightly smaller ones coming. So let's give it a little bash in the garden, see how it goes. Over already. Fence. Huh? No. Okay, so one of the things you notice straight away, where it's so light, really you can only use about quarter throttle in the garden. Flips really nicely, it's super smooth. It also does drive quite a lot differently to the Armour, to the Kraton or the Crave. It almost feels a little bit more rear wheel drivey. Likes to slide the back end out a little bit more. It might just be down to diff oils. But it is super smooth, super easy to control in the air, and incredibly quick. I literally only touching the throttle. So I don't have masses of clear space out there. That's still only just over quarter throttle already. As soon as you use a little bit more than quarter throttle, it lifts the fronts up and balloons the fronts. Certainly think I need to play about with the diff oils. Okay, so that's the first little test run on the Tekno buggy. Did get a little bit warm, but I was running it in the garden again, and obviously on the road you just did a lot of stop, start, go So I will take it possibly on a dog walk or something like that. So really pleased with it. It does drive very differently to the Armours, so you've got to get used to it. It flies around, absolutely flies around. It might be geared slightly too high for the slightly bigger wheels, maybe, I don't know. I will have a little play about with it, maybe drop down a tooth or two. But really pleased with it. It does drive more like a rear wheel drive, a little bit more like a rear wheel drive. Certainly a little bit more power going to the rear. So I do think I need to possibly look at the oils in the diffs and maybe up the centre a little bit, because they were ballooning the fronts. This thing absolutely flies though, and it feels lovely to drive, super smooth. The tyres were ballooning a bit, so I'm going to strap them to make them stop ballooning. It does make the car handle a hell of a lot better, so I will be doing that next, getting the strap ready to go. But absolutely amazing little buggy. Thank you again, Lee. I'm really pleased with it. It absolutely flies. It handles lovely. Maybe just needs a few tweaks here or there on the diff fluid, but really pleased. So that's it from Bournemouth RC tonight. Thank you very much, and see you soon.